Have you ever agreed to something you didn't want and later wondered how it happened, or felt lost after a conversation, doubting your own thoughts? You might be facing subtle manipulation without even realizing it. In our highly connected world, we're always interacting with others, each with their own motives. Sometimes these interactions are harmless or even enriching. But what happens when someone's intentions turn harmful and their methods become manipulative? In this video, we're uncovering the hidden world of manipulation. This isn't just a discussion, it's a journey of understanding. We're going to explore the 10 most subtle and powerful forms of manipulation, and more importantly, how to protect yourself. This knowledge is crucial because manipulation doesn't just come from those around us, but also from larger forces like the media and social networks. Knowing these tactics isn't just about self-defense. It's about reclaiming your autonomy and freedom. I'll walk you through how to recognize and counter these tactics, from gaslighting, which distorts your reality, to emotional manipulation that preys on your feelings. Together, we'll unravel these methods and equip you with the tools to stay in control and make decisions that truly reflect what you want. Join me on this journey of empowerment. If you're new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Only 3% of my audience is subscribed, so if you find this content valuable, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now let's dive into the first form of manipulation: emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is like an invisible chess game where the pieces are your emotions and the board your mind imagine, walking through an enchanted forest where each tree represents a different emotion: joy, fear, guilt. Each of these trees can be shaken by someone to make you lose your balance first. It's crucial to understand that emotional manipulation isn't always evident. Often it's disguised as concern, affection, or even a loaded silence. The manipulator is like a skilled magician in the art of diverting your attention so you don't see what they're really doing. This process begins with small actions or words that seem harmless, but gradually envelop you in a web of doubts and fear. A common tactic is the use of guilt. Imagine a friend asking you for a favor, one that's uncomfortable or imprudent upon refusal. They respond with a sigh of disappointment and a look that says more than words can express. "I thought we were friends," they say. And suddenly you find yourself questioning your decision, feeling selfish for putting your needs first. Another subtle form of emotional manipulation is fear. Someone might insinuate, without saying it directly, that something bad could happen if you don't follow their advice or do what they ask. It's like being in a dark room where the only light comes from the person manipulating you, making you dependent on their guidance and direction. So how can you defend yourself against these tactics? The first step is self-awareness. Take time to know your emotions, to understand what makes you happy, sad, angry, or scared. Like a gardener who knows every plant in their garden, you must know every emotion that blooms within you. This will give you the foundation to recognize when someone is trying to play with them. The second step is to establish clear boundaries. This doesn't mean building an impenetrable wall around yourself, but rather having doors that you can open or close that will learn to say no without feeling guilty and accept that you can't always please everyone. The third step is to seek balance in your relationships. A healthy relationship is like a dance, where both participants move at the same pace and with the same respect for each other. If you feel you're always dancing to someone else's tune, it's time to rethink that relationship finally. Never underestimate the power of honest communication. Confronting someone who emotionally manipulates you isn't easy, but sometimes a simple, "I feel this way," or "I'm not comfortable with that," can be enough to change the dynamic. Emotional manipulation is a dark art, but with awareness, clear boundaries, balance, and communication, you can become a master in the art of protecting your emotions. Remember, in the chess game of life, you are the king or queen of your own destiny. Number 2, beware of logical fallacies. Stay alert to arguments that appear logical but are built on flawed reasoning, such as personal attacks or generalizations. Logical fallacies are like mirages in a desert. They seem real but disappear upon closer inspection, leaving only confusion. These fallacies occur when an argument lacks a solid foundation, even if it initially seems convincing. Recognizing these fallacies is key to navigating daily communication and avoiding manipulation. A common fallacy is the personal attack, or ad hominem. Instead of addressing the argument, the person targets your character or attributes. Imagine debating politics, and instead of responding to your points, someone criticizes your education. It's like throwing sand in your eyes to distract you from the real issue. Another frequent fallacy is hasty generalization, where a small sample or personal experience is applied to an entire group. It's like seeing one bird fly south and concluding that all birds do the same. This fallacy feeds stereotypes and misunderstandings. Then there's the slippery slope fallacy, which claims that one small action will inevitably lead to a chain of negative events, like saying letting a child stay up late once will turn them into a chronic insomniac. To protect yourself, educate yourself about these fallacies. Knowing how they manifest is like having a map in the desert of deception. When you hear an argument, ask if it addresses the central point and is based on solid evidence. Develop critical thinking. Question, analyze, and seek proof behind claims, like a detective seeking truth. Avoid using these fallacies yourself. Focus on facts and logic for honest and productive discussions. In short, being aware of logical fallacies is like having a compass in a sea of misleading arguments. It keeps you on the path of reason and truth, protecting you from manipulation by deceptive reasoning. Number 3, gaslighting detection. Recognize when someone tries to make you doubt your reality or perception. Gaslighting is a subtle yet insidious form of emotional manipulation. It's like someone slowly rearranging the furniture in your house, then denying anything has changed, making you question your reality. This tactic can take many forms, with denial being one of the most common. The manipulator refuses to acknowledge the truth or invalidates your experience, like insisting you imagine seeing a shooting star when you know you saw it. Another form of gaslighting involves distorting facts. For example, if you clearly remember a conversation where something was agreed upon, the manipulator might claim it never happened, or twist it into something completely different, leaving you feeling trapped in a maze of distorted reality. Gaslighting can also appear through trivialization, where your feelings are minimized or ridiculed, as if you're being told you're overreacting to something that genuinely concerns you. To detect and counteract gaslighting, trust your intuition and memories. If something feels off, it likely is. Keep a record of events, conversations, and feelings, whether in a journal or notes on your phone. Having a factual record can help you validate your experiences and remember the details. Seek support from trusted friends or family, as an outside perspective can offer clarity and affirmation. Self-care is crucial. Strengthen your self-esteem and remember that your thoughts, feelings, and memories are valid. Practices like meditation or therapy can help maintain your emotional well-being. Gaslighting is a harmful tactic, but being informed and developing strategies to trust your perception are key to protecting yourself. Remember, your reality deserves to be respected. Number 4, awareness of group pressure. Recognize when peer or group pressure is influencing your decisions. Group pressure can be subtle or obvious, powerfully shaping our choices. It's like being in a turbulent sea, where the waves of popular opinion push us where we may not want to go. This manipulation preys on our desire to belong, leading us to conform, whether in appearance or beliefs. To resist this pressure, build strong self-esteem and confidence. Knowing your values is like having an anchor in that stormy sea, keeping you steady. Learn to recognize when you're being influenced. Sometimes it's direct, other times subtle, like feeling the need to conform to group norms without realizing it. Set clear boundaries and learn to say no. You don't have to be confrontational, but being firm helps you stay true to yourself. Imagine being a deeply rooted tree. No matter how hard the wind blows, your roots keep you grounded. Also, seek support from people who respect your individuality. Surround yourself with those who value diverse perspectives, like finding a safe harbor where you can be yourself. Ultimately, make decisions based on your own values, not on what's popular. Sometimes this means taking the road less traveled, but it's key to living an authentic life. Ultimately, make decisions based on your own values, not on what's popular. Sometimes this means taking the road less traveled, but it's key to living an authentic life. These ways to recognize manipulation resonated with you the most. Have you experienced any of these tactics in your lives? How have you dealt with them, and what strategies have you found most effective?